Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another indie comic review, and this time it's Search for Hugh, issue 2. And my goodness, this was quite an interesting issue, but I'm slightly disappointed with the story rating in this one. And we'll get to that after I start the cover, or take care of the rating for the cover as well as the internal art. I was really hoping this one would have made a big impact, like the first issue did. It disappointed me, and I was really hoping it would have done way better. Well, jumping into the cover rating, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to what is happening inside the story? Sure enough, it does, and to which I gave the cover rating a 7 out of 10. So great job there by Steve Orlando and the crew. Now it's time to jump into the internal art, to which we'll get to see some art around the beginning, middle, and of course the end. So jumping into some art around the beginning, and as you can see, we've got another slight flashback once again, but we're not told what year it is, which in turn really loses points in the storytelling. The art around the midway point, or moving to the midway point, and directly in the middle, and last but not least, towards the end. I must admit, one of the best things sort of about this story so far is actually the art. Now it's time to move into the story. Moving into the first things first, did we get any references to the last issue? Not really, but more so done in spoken, but no actual issue indicator. In regards to time, this really felt lazy. We had the indication of 1 hour later. We couldn't have had like a time of day to which these events were occurring, which I think would have made things a little bit better for the story. Location, well, they forgot to mention what location where we were at. And if you're expecting someone to pick up this second issue, and they're a first-time reader and they don't know where the hell this is taking place, you've just lost yourself a comic sale. Just being honest here. I assumed that it was Shanghai, but because it's not really pointed out in this second issue, not everyone's going to remember what happened in the first. Even though the first was a good start, you need consistency. Moving into the cast, we had, of course, Aaron C., Angela Margolis, some members of the Hugh family. That's pretty much about all. And the overall story rating of what happens in these events. Of course, we've got Aaron C. talking with some of the members of the Margolis and the people who would make up the Hugh. It really lost its direction in this one. To be completely honest, it lost its direction. Right, where the first one had great direction, this has lost its direction. And I don't know if I want to pick up issue 3. Unless issue 3 can make that correction, which needs to be seen back connected to issue 1, of how the story was written, I might be better off picking this up in a trade instead of singles. So the overall story rating, seeing that we did only get about 2 things overall, one being the time and the second being some of the cast members, it got a 5 out of 10. Well, until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.